This is part 2 of inversions of dominant 7th chords. So with that being said, let's try B7th, treble clef, B7th, and we're going to start down the same place here under middle C, B, D, F, A, but we're in the key of, this is the 5 chord of E, right? And the key signature of E is F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, and we have a D here, so that's a sharp, and the F sharp. That's our B7th chord in root position. Okay, first inversion has the D sharp on the bottom, then the F sharp, then the A, and then the B is the root. I got to put in the F sharp. There you go. It's first inversion, B7th, treble clef. All right, and the B here came up an octave. The D sharp's going to come up an octave and be on the top next. So we have F sharp, we have A, we have the root B, and this D sharp swings up an octave to here. And there's our B7th chord in second inversion. That's what it looks like. Okay, third inversion, the A's on the bottom, the 7th, and the triads on top, B, D sharp, F sharp, B, D sharp, F sharp. Okay, and the F sharp swings up an octave. All right, bass clef, we want B7th, 5 chord of E, draw in your F clef. Let's start B, D, F, A, root third, 5th, 7th, sharp the 3rd, sharp the 5th. B, D sharp, F sharp, A. Okay, first inversion, D sharp, then F sharp, then A natural and B natural. So the 3rd is a D sharp, the 5th's an F sharp. That's our first inversion, B7th chord in the left hand. All right, second inversion has the 5th on the bottom, the F sharp, and the 7th is an A, the root is B, the 3rd is D sharp, and this is F sharp on the bottom. That's your second inversion, B7th, then third inversion looks like this, 7th, and then the B triad, B, D sharp, F sharp, and we're in business. There you go. All right. Here the B travels up an octave, the D sharp travels up an octave, F sharp comes up an octave as we go through the inversions. All right, let's listen to B7th. Here's right hand, and the B's in the bass, and that's going to resolve to an E. I mean, it can resolve to other places, but that's how we're looking at it today, as these are 5/7 chords resolving to the 1 chord. Okay, then you have the second inversion. Now you have that as opposed to the B in the bass. Right, you have this, and now it's moving you. It has a completely different effect on the listener. All right, and now the next one, the second inversion. So you have the F sharp in the bass, and that can go up to a G sharp of the E chord, or it can go down to the root. All right, and then you have the third inversion. and we're used to hearing it go like this, right? Okay, C7th is next, so let G clef. I'm going to start right here on the lead drum, middle C, C, E, G, B flat. Why B flat? Because this is the 5 chord. C7th is the 5 chord of F major. F major has a B flat in it. Okay, there's your root position, C7th. First inversion, E. Third on the bottom, 5th, flatted 7th, right? And then the root. C travels up an octave. Second inversion has the 5th on the bottom, followed by the 7th. Come on the line. And then the root C, third E. There's your second inversion, C7th. And then third inversion is B flat, 7th on the bottom with the triad right on top of it. The C triad, that is. Okay, here the E comes up. The E, which was once on the bottom, is now on the top of the next inversion. The G, which was once on the bottom, is now on the top of the next inversion. Okay, bass clef. We're going to get into some heavy ledger lines. I'm going to have to start going back down again. So let's start here. C7, C, E, G, B flat. Okay. C7th, root position. First inversion, thirds on the bottom, E, 5th, G, 7th, B flat. And the root, draw a ledger line here, extend it over, and put your C right there. That's your first inversion, C7th chord. Second inversion is going to have the G on the bottom, and the B flat's the 7th, and your extended ledger line. Put the C there, another ledger line for the E. And there's your C7th in second inversion. And you'll see these a lot in music, especially in this area. You'll see this a lot of the bass clef. All right, and then the third inversion, you got the 7th on the bottom, B flat, and extend your ledger line over. Then we put in the whole triad, C, another ledger line, E, another ledger line, G. And I think we're going to have to come down on the next one because the ledger lines are getting insane here. All right. So we have a root. The root comes up for the next inversion, becomes the soprano voice or the upper voice. I shouldn't say soprano, but the upper voice. The E travels up an octave for the next inversion, and the G, the 5th, travels up and becomes the top of the third inversion, B flat, C, E, G. And that takes care of C7th. All right, so I've written in D flat 7th, D flat, F, A flat, C flat, and D flat is the 5 chord of G flat major, which has 6 flats, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, and C flat. Well, there's the D here, so that's a flat. Here's an A, that's a flat, and there's a C, so that's a flat. So that's our root position D flat 7th chord, which resolves to G flat major. Okay. Second inversion, F, A flat, C flat, and D flat. Okay, D flat down here, swings up to the top here for the next inversion. Second inversion has the A flat, the fifth on the bottom, A flat, then C flat, and then the root, D flat, and the third F. Let's put our lines on there, and there's your second inversion, D flat 7th chord. Okay, you're not going to see this key a lot. There aren't a great amount of pieces written in G flat, but it's good to write it anyway. You're more likely to see a D7th or E7th, stuff like that. All right, so that's our second inversion, D flat 7th chord. Let's do third. The third inversion has the C flat, the 7th on the bottom, the root, D flat, all right, and then the triad, F, and then A flat. Okay. And that's your third inversion, D flat 7th. Okay, bass clef. Thinking here. Yeah, let's start down here on this D. So this is a ledger line, this is G, ledger line is E, and we'll start down here on a D. So we have D, F, A, C, but it's D flat 7th. So it's D flat, F, A flat, and C flat. Okay, that's our root position, D flat 7th. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put in different places. I want to do, let's go up to first inversion. Let's just finish this out. So we have F, A flat, C flat, D flat. Okay. So that you will see in music. And then you have the second would be A flat, C flat, D flat, and F. And that you might come across. And then you have C flat, D flat, F, A flat. Okay. So there you have root, first, second, third. But I want to write out the root and the first. Let's just draw a line here and just higher up so that you can see them higher up. So here's D flat, F, A flat, C flat. You're more likely to see that in a piece than this because this is just Mudville down here as opposed to that. All right, and then the first inversion would be this: F, A flat, C flat, and the D flat crunched right next to it, right? And that'll give you a better idea. All right, so I have an idea. No, I don't have an idea. Yeah, I think I'll do when we do D, I'll start up here in this range rather than down here. All right, because you're more likely to see it in this area. All right, so that's it for D flat 7th. All right, next up is D7th. D7th is 5 of G major. So there's only one sharp in G major, and that's F sharp. So instead of having D, F, A, C, we have D, F sharp, A, C for the 5 chord, for the 5-7 chord. Okay, first inversion has the F sharp, followed by the the 5th, the 7th, and the root. There's your D7th in first inversion. Second inversion has the 5th, the 7th, the root D, and the 3rd F sharp. That's your second inversion, D7th. Third inversion is C. That's the 7th, and then the triad right on top of it, D, F sharp, and A. Okay? D7th, third inversion. All right, for the bass, D7th. Let's start here. Yeah, this is gonna, well, no, let's start down here. Let's do the same thing. We'll just crunch them all in. And plus you get to write more, so that's fun. So we start on, here's the E ledger line. We start D, F sharp, A, C. Okay. D7th. That's way down. And if you played it, you can't even tell what it is. It just sounds like bleh. All right, now first inversion, F sharp, A, C, D. Yeah, and then second inversion, A, C, D, F sharp. That's your second inversion. Starting to sound like something now. Shay, you will encounter this. Let's see down here what this sounds like. It's a little muddy. I'm sorry. That sounds okay. All right, now we go up to the third inversion, the 7ths on the bottom, and the triads on top, D, F sharp, A. And you'll definitely come across that. That sounds like that. All right, then you have the root again, D, F sharp, A, C, right? F sharp, A, C. No explanation there. But the first inversion, again, in this new range would be F sharp, A, C, and extend the ledger line out for a D. And you see that a lot. You'll see that a lot, that F sharp 7th in first inversion. And let's just go up one more to the second inversion again. So this would be A, C, extend the ledger line out, D, new ledger line, so we can put an F sharp there, and you'll definitely be seeing a lot of that, which is D7th in second inversion. Okay? Well, that's it for today. We'll begin part 3 with inversions of E flat 7th, and hope you have a good day and see you next time.